To say the least, I was not a fan of the AirPods for a long time. I thought they made you look kind of like a fuckboy, I wasn't convinced on the battery life, and I just generally thought that they were unnecessary. But 3 years after their initial release, I've decided to pick up the recently refreshed model, complete with the wireless charging case. And well, I have quite a few things to say about these guys. Let's take a look. Hello, I'm Aaron, and this is Top Spec, your one-stop shop for tech content. The product that we're going to be checking out today are the 2nd gen AirPods, but before I talk about these, let me address something. I got these with quite a discount. The retail price of the 2nd gen AirPods with the wireless charging case is $199, and I got them for about $30 less than that because of a deal. However, I'm still going to be treating them as if I paid the full $200 for them. So now that that's out of the way, let's jump right in. Firstly, let's talk about what you get in the box. It's really not that much, it's just a lightning cable, the AirPods themselves, and the charging case. But it is nice that they decided to include a lightning cable because that would be another $20 on top of the AirPods themselves. Now let's talk about what's changed from an aesthetic point of view. Well, actually, the 2nd gen AirPods look and feel the exact same as the original AirPods, and that's a good or bad thing depending on your opinion. The only real difference is that the LED indicator has been moved from the inside to the outside of the case right there. In terms of sound quality, they sound the exact same as the original AirPods, and that's not a bad thing. The bass is certainly a little bit pronounced, but that's to be expected with Apple's headphones, and it sounds pretty good with most music. Additionally, it's worth mentioning that I find them to be quite quiet unless they're set to the couple highest volume settings. Or I'm just getting deaf. Now, something that I keep consistently saying over and over and over again is that little has changed about the design since the original AirPods. So you're probably wondering what made me buy them. What sold me wasn't the fancy new wireless charging case, but actually the battery life. The AirPod Gen 2s actually have about an hour of extra talking time thanks to the addition of Apple's new H1 chip, which adds support for saying "Hey Siri." Now, an extra hour might not sound like a lot, but let me put this into perspective. This is a $200 pair of earbuds, and Apple is essentially treating it as a disposable. If you haven't heard the argument before, it's basically impossible to do any maintenance on the AirPods, or even replace the batteries when they inevitably degrade. That's because the internals of the AirPods are so tightly packed that taking them apart is a destructive process that's likely to render them useless if you can even get them back together. So that being said, an extra hour of battery life means that as the lithium-ion batteries begin to degrade, the effect on the overall battery life of the AirPods will be less noticeable, and these will last a lot longer before you'll need to pick up a new pair. The final thing I have to address is the wireless charging case, and this is going to be boring, but all I have to say is that it's fine. Sure, I mean it's cool, but they don't even give you the wireless charger in the box, and I haven't gone out of the way myself to pick one up, so I haven't made use of the feature. However, I will say that it's nice when you're out in public, like in a Starbucks or something, and you can just throw your AirPods on one of the Qi charging pads. So that's really all I have to say about the AirPod Gen 2s. The question you're probably asking now is, should you pass on them and get the AirPod Pros, or are these a solid pair of headphones? Well, if we're talking about this specific model with the wireless charging case, at the price of $199, no. I say go for the refreshed model with the normal charging case and save yourself a lot of money. However, if you get yourself in a similar situation as I was in and you get a discount on them, go ahead. In terms of the AirPod Pros, those are really at a different price point than these guys, so it depends on how much money you want to spend. I will say that I'm pretty stingy about headphones and audio quality, and these guys have been my daily drivers for quite a while now, and I'm really happy with them. Oh yeah, and if you're interested in getting a pair of the AirPods yourselves, make sure to use our affiliate link in the description. Anyways, that's going to wrap up this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and catch our video next week.